Welcome back to Around the House. Today we are going to install a Toto Washlet Bidet for our toilet here at the house. Very excited about this. Just recently got back from Japan and wanted to bring one back with me, but their bidets are at 100 volts and in the United States we're 110. So if I'd have gotten one there, it would have been a risk of burning out the heating element of the heated seat or the motors that cause the cleaning, the washing. So we're gonna open this box. You're going along the ride with us. So what we've got here is some hardware and plumbing piece, and then the installation guide, and the lid itself. Okay, so before we really get into this, this is a user's manual or something. Instruction manual. I don't think this is too hard to do. Basically, you have a mounting thing on the seat and you mount that there, and then this is for the plumbing, so you can get the water from your existing supply, and then that goes to the bidet. So we'll get in that in a minute. We'll look at the instructions and get back to you. Our first step is removing the old toilet seat. Of course, that's easy. They're just held on by two screws that come off little caps there. You have to hold the nut that's on the bottom and just unscrew it with the screwdriver. What the bidet comes with is this mounting plate here, and it says back, front, and we put that on these mounting holes. And it's a fairly universal piece. It has these little brackets here which require you to make sure there's 3/4 of an inch between the front and the back, and then you slide in your screws, and then you put them in with these kind of these washer slash nut deals. You put these in here, but it does say to kind of wet them a little bit so they can go in. So this is clean water, sure. Put them in like that. It actually might need to be pulled from the other direction. We'll work on this here. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Got the one in, and the second one. They do go in. They just need to be persuaded a little bit. And I think these are basically serve as, you know, kind of like toggles that as you tighten it, they tightens up on the back and holds it securely. All right, so now we put these on here like that, and get the other one in, screw it in like that. You know, we want to make sure it's centered, of course. Thank you. Let's do them evenly, so good pressure on both sides. Before we tighten them down too much. Make sure. The instructions talk about having 3/4 of an inch between here and there, and I don't know why they have the different teeth marks, but this is clearly matching the description there, so I think we're good. Just make sure it's centered left and right, which isn't hard to do. And tighten this down. And underneath, it's pulling up. Okay, so take a look under there as we tighten it. It's shrinking up. Okay, the next thing we have to do is come onto this side and put this in. So this is what the bidet screws into, and this comes into your supply. So we unscrew this, but this is full of water right now. So let's turn this off. Flush the toilet. So this is going to be filled. And then there's still water in the tank, of course. But instead of trying to sponge it out, We're just going to try to capture it here. It shouldn't be too much, but we'll clean it up. If we get a little water. Well, look at that. I actually didn't need to. Okay, so this guy goes right here. Just going to clean that up. And these are generally hand tight because they have a rubber washer on them. Compression washer, and there's compression there. So then we just put this under there and we're capturing that. Just want to make sure you're not kinking your lines. Probably if we wanted to, we could get a shorter supply, but this tucks it in nicely, so not worried about that. I might wait until we get the seat in to figure out what direction I want that to go in. The seat, as you can see on the bottom, this latches and it's connected to this little switch right here. Get this. And if we set it in right, yeah, it locked into place right there. Now, what I see here is we could go further back. So I think that's what we're going to do. So I push this button and remove it. And I'm going to try to move this whole thing back so it doesn't stick out as much. So we'll get the screwdriver again. I don't think the instructions talk much about that. It's every toilet's a little different. But I can imagine that's what it's for, having it in a default position, but we have to have this loosened enough where that can roll back there, like that. And this one similarly like that. But you know what, we've got to pull these out a little bit more, push the washers back in so they're underneath. Alright, got them underneath, and these things come into this last position. So we're capturing that getting into there. And we're going to do the same on this side. These are loose enough. Those are registered in those spots. I'm going to proceed with tightening them back up again, making sure they're equal on either side of the toilet bowl. And I do hope this is okay. It does make it not sit perfectly flush with that mount. Kind of lift this up there on the side, but if that interferes with it too much, we can readjust. Okay, let's pause here before we go on. Okay, so you're learning with me. After I slid that mounting bracket back to close the gap here, I put it back on and you can see the front here could come forward here a little bit. I was a little concerned about this sticking too far forward. So I'm going to take this back off and slide it probably back to where it was, or maybe just a little less than where it was, and bring this lid back so it matches here. And I think that'll be a better fit. So again, to take this off, really easy to take off and clean. Just pull it like that, set it down, and then I'll just be doing this again, but I'm going to move it instead of right in the middle. But we'll see. I'll probably about a 1/2 inch towards the front. Okay, Okay, now we're back here. We got this back on. Moving it back to where it was actually is the best. I don't know why that mounting bracket had those different notches suggesting it was adjustable, but got it back to where it was. Lesson learned there. Okay, so now we're going to hook up the supply line. I think the best way for me to do this, and this is a swivel. Might need to get down here and see it a little bit better, but see the swivels for the best position. So I've lined this up so I can just loop that and keep it nice and tidy back there. Now, of course, I see a rubber band I should have taken off. But just hand tighten this. Keeps things nice and tucked away. Just like that. Make sure that's tight. And I think I might want to just readjust that so it just looks a little bit better. And then last thing, of course, is this cord. I wish I had a plug on this wall. I don't. It's possible I can modify it, but we do have a plug over here. So for now, you know, we just plug it in. That sticks up like that. We'll come up with a solution, get an extension cord or something.
It's on.
This thing is powering up. Showing on. I assume, well, I got to turn the water on. And of course, that's going to fill up the sink. We check for leaks. Come down here and check for leaks with me. I'm not feeling any at these fittings. So that's good because the water pressure is all the way through here. And so we keep that like that. So one thing we've got to test is see if it sprays. So this thing comes out right here and sprays, and this is like a fan blower. Let's wait until it fills up. Let's get some saran wrap and put it right here. And then we can have it come out and we can videotape it. So let's go do that. All right, we're sticking some saran wrap on here just for demonstration purposes. I'll just hold it there. Hopefully that's enough. Okay, so let's take a look at the nozzle or the thing up here on the side. So you have a pressure setting, so the water that either comes to the front or the rear can be a higher pressure or lower pressure. It just defaulted to there. This is generally for the guy and then the girl, or the girl and the guy. This misting here happens when you open the lid. It actually, I guess, kind of sprays water on the surface of the bowl to eliminate odor. Okay. We have a dryer here. When you click this, you can set the temperature of the blown air. So you can either go, you know, if it's dry, you can either go really hot or lower. But we're gonna go nice and warm, and then you can change the temperature of the seat. So right now it's hot, and it's actually pretty warm. I think it might be too hot. So we'll put the seat back to middle, and then you can change the temperature of the water that comes out. And that's on low, but I'm actually gonna, let's see, water. I'm gonna make it medium there. And then it looks like it has some kind of auto setting, energy saver, and a timer thing. I don't know if that's 6 or 9 minutes. We'll have to look at the thing. And then there's a wand cleaning function where it comes out and then just sprays on the wand, and then you have power on and off in case you don't want to do it. But let's hit the dryer button right now. Of course, when you hit one of these, you have to click stop to make it stop. But let's hit the dryer, and this is the flap for the dryer right here, and this is where the wand is. Hold on. Let's see. What did we do? We have a dryer. Maybe I was just doing a test thing. Maybe it only dries when after you've used it. Oh, there it is. Alright, so you see it's a little flap and the air coming out. Okay, well. So let's do this stop dryer. And let's back up a little bit. The rear is gonna come. Hopefully it goes far enough and doesn't hit right here. So got medium water pressure.
I'm ready. Watch it
Coming
spray
in.
you.
I hope it doesn't.
It's gonna spray you then.
Oops, I hit the stop button too soon. I don't want
No, don't put it on
I
me.
don't want it to hit me. Really. Okay, something's happening. It's not, let's see, oscillating on, off. Maybe, oh, see, look, there's a sensor that shows when you're on the toilet seat. Did you feel that? Is that clicking? So that's why, because I was lifting my hand right here. So let's, you know, so we're on the seat, so it's got safety so it doesn't shoot when you're not on it. Comes out. Oh, good. There it goes. We're shooting. And then we have to hit stop to get it to turn on. That goes in. And then the dryer. Yes. Thing we do around the house. Until next time.
See you around the house.